August 23rd to 29th, we are encouraging as many Detroit Lakes residents as possible to choose to bike or walk to work during that week. And I would extend the invitation also to students of the college here in Detroit Lakes. Try biking or walking to class. My understanding is that's actually the first week of school. Try biking or walking to class where you might normally have chosen to drive. So.
All right, and it's a community-wide effort that is on every level, from kids up to senior citizens.
Kids to seniors. In fact, we're calling it Bike or Walk to Work Week, but really we're encouraging people to bike or walk anytime they have an opportunity to do so during that week, whereas normally they would have driven. Mm-hmm. So to the store, to the video rental place, to the dentist, to the swimming pool, to the DLCCC, to wherever. So,
to the mall.
Absolutely, to the mall.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well, and as part of that, some people have to drive, and so
Correct.
Maybe park at the end of the parking lot and walk in.
Park at the far end of the parking lot, park 2 or 3 blocks away, park halfway, something like that, yeah.
All right, well, through this effort, you can actually register and be a part of this, and I'm assuming you can log your walking or biking or whatever?
Correct.
Yes.
Anybody who participates in this, we would love it if before August 23rd, they went on to the Lakes Country Service Cooperative website. That's www.lcsc.org, and then click on workshops. And then it will give you a place to register. All we're asking for is your name and your contact information. Then after the week is over, we will be contacting you again and asking how many days did you walk during that week, how far was it, some basic questions like that. And we're also going to have a drawing for prizes, so you could even win a prize. So we're hoping that everyone who participates registers.
All right, and for those who do not have internet access, we have registration forms that we will keep right here at the Washington Square Mall, and there's information as to where that can be sent as well.
Absolutely. You can mail them into me. So get a registration form from Don here at Washington Square Mall, fill it out and mail it to me, and you'll be fully registered. Yes.
All right. Well, you're obviously very passionate about wanting people to get out and exercise, because your quality of life really is enhanced by exercise.
Absolutely, both on an individual level and on a community level. We want healthy individuals, healthy families, and healthy communities.
All right. Well, and so this is part, as we alluded earlier, it's part of the statewide health improvement program.
Correct. And the statewide health improvement program is funded through the Minnesota Department of Health, and we're in the middle of a 2-year grant cycle right now, so we're in year 2. Mm-hmm. And all over the state, people are working to try to improve the health of Minnesota residents through better nutrition and diet, increased physical activity, and also tobacco cessation, quitting smoking. So those are the 3 main points of focus for the Minnesota Department of Health.
It's National Walk to School Day coming up on October 6th.
That's right, October 6th.
And Karen, tell us, there's so many little factors that have come into play for this, because obviously you need adults to assist, and you've got a group that's come together to create this effort. Tell us more. It's very exciting.
It is exciting. Well, first of all, the school district started meeting last winter to really identify some of the things that they could be doing that would be their initiatives, kind of their programs. And one of the things they focused on was walking school buses. Mm-hmm. And what's a walking school bus? Well, it's a group of kids that walk with an adult volunteer. Wow. And they determine a route where they can pick up kids along the route and walk to school together. And we do some training and things like that for the adults. And we've had so far, I think it's 15 or 16 families say they're interested. And we're going to do more of a push this fall too. But we're going to kick off those walking school buses on the International Walk to School Day on October 6th. And then we also want to encourage everybody to walk to school that day. And let's say they live far away, they can still take their bus, and then once they get to school, we'll have them walk at a route at school. The school leaders will lead kids on that route before school starts. So we'll have all of these kids walking to school on October 6th.
All right, very exciting, and it's a nationwide effort and adopted
international,
here.
Yes.
Oh, international even.
Yep, it's an international event. So just think of hundreds and thousands and millions of kids walking to school together
Yes.
on
October 6th.
October 6th. So think about how many miles we could lug, how many times we could go to the moon and back, maybe, with all those kids walking to school that day.
That's really cool.
It is.
very cool. Well, now, as part of, you said you had 15 or 16 families that have said, yeah, we're interested in doing this. You've formed kind of a committee, or a group, I should say, that
Yes.
is interested in health improvement, basically.
We have. Actually, that was more on the citywide. We did a citywide input meeting. And from that input meeting that we had back on April 27th, we asked who's interested in these kinds of active living sort of practices. And from that, we developed an active living committee that meets once a month. And our next meeting happens to be on the 24th at noon at Emmanuel Community. And one of the things we want them to help us do is determine routes for the walking school buses. So we're going to actually talk to them about that on that day. And then hopefully in September, we're actually going to walk around the neighborhoods where the families live that are going to be participating in walking school buses. And even if we get kids walking to school once a week, I know there are some in this region that walk more every day, but even once a week, we just feel like we've made some inroads. We just need to get all of our kids active. The obesity rate and overweight rates for our children are just way too high in our state, well, really in our country, and it's time to be doing something about it.
Childhood obesity really has skyrocketed in America over the last 30, 40 years, and we've got to get it under control. And some of the factors involved in childhood obesity, there are a lot of factors, but one of them is that so few of our kids nowadays are walking to school. In the 1960s, over half of kids walked to school or biked to school. Now it's a very tiny fraction. It's in some school districts it might be as low as 4 or 5%. I think the national average is probably somewhere around 12, 13%, but it's a lot lower than it was, when we were growing up. So we want to get more kids biking or walking to school. We also have other people in our SHIP team, Karen's involved in some of this, who are involved in school nutrition. What kind of food are we serving to our kids at school? And also even things like what kind of foods are available in the vending machines at school? And what are the policies for kids bringing snacks to school, birthday parties? I mean, there are some school districts or some classrooms where almost every week somebody's bringing in cupcakes or something because some kid's having a birthday.
Right.
You can imagine how many birthdays there are in a class of 36 kids. So kids are really taking in too many calories. They're not expending enough. Phy-Ed class, we want to strengthen Phy-Ed class as a source of physical activity. Recess, for certain age groups. So it's a statewide effort in Minnesota, but it's really a nationwide effort. This is happening all over the country, really, because all over the country we have this problem. So.
Right. And as this continues and rolls along, we've got the credibility that this is a group, SHIP, Statewide Health Improvement Program. It still is part of our budget. This is the second part of the cycle of the budget, and it's important to the state of Minnesota because we want not only our kids, but as adults, we need to be healthier so our healthcare costs go down.
Right, exactly. And some people might ask, well, this seems like a big expenditure considering the state's current budget situation, but the state recognizes that this is a long-term investment in reducing expenditures. I mean, if we keep moving forward on these initiatives, we're looking forward to 10, 20, 30 years from now, significantly lower healthcare costs for the state of Minnesota. So long-term, it's actually a budget-saving, a budget-cutting measure over the long term.
Well, now there's more information on the website, which is?
We want to direct you to two websites. Please visit our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is Statewide Health Improvement Program. You need to type in the whole phrase, Statewide Health Improvement Program. Unfortunately, you can't just say SHIP. You need to type in the whole thing. But please join our Facebook page, become one of our friends, become one of our fans. The other thing is log on to the Lakes Country Service Cooperative website, lcsc.org, to register for Bike or Walk to Work Week. And then finally, if you have any questions, you're welcome to contact me. I'm Patrick Hollister. You can call me at 218-329-1809, or you can email me at patrick.hollister, 2 L's, patrick.hollister@co.clay.mn.us.